I'm here to talk about the Endless exclusive Robert Oster inks called Cozy Comforts that I designed this year. So it's made up of 6 colors. So here we go. There's Tea Time, there's Coffee Date, Old Book Smell, Soft Kitty, Warm Kitty, Campfire Crackle, and Stargazing. So I'm not sure how the pandemic has been in the rest of the world, but here in the Philippines it can still get pretty bad with surges and sometimes lockdowns in certain areas. So I wanted to use like a design concept that would bring some sort of soothing effect to people in the fountain pen community. So I thought of these concepts and that's why they're called Cozy Comforts. So just to bring that sense of things that we're missing out on, especially here where traveling is still a bit restricted and seeing your friends and family is also still a bit restricted. So if you're in a part of the world that is experiencing the same thing, I know that in some ways that is still a bit privileged because at least we all have a home, at least we are okay, we have a job. But at the same time, I didn't want to downplay the importance of mental health, the importance of physical touch, like an embrace, and the face-to-face interactions that some of us may still be missing out on. So that really birthed Cozy Comforts. That's my dog, the tail that you saw. There. So in this collection, we have 2 shimmer inks that would be Stargazing or Stargazer, whichever name works, and Campfire Crackle. I'm not sure. Oh, there. Okay, so you can see the shimmer. And then the other 4 are standard inks, no shimmer. These 2 are my personal favorites, Tea Time and Campfire. No, not Campfire. Tea Time and Coffee Date. Sorry. And then you have Old Book Smell and Soft Kitty, Warm Kitty. Purr, purr, purr. So actually, like, Soft Kitty, Warm Kitty, the reason I named it that isn't even because of the Big Bang Theory. It was more of my friends who keep saying that when they see a cat. So I think it's also an ode to that. Like, I wanted an ink that kind of represents the weirdness of my friends and things that I love about them, things that I miss about them during times that we can't see each other. Yeah, and then the Old Book Smell. I don't know if you guys are like me and you get kind of weird in libraries and bookshops where you just grab a book and you sniff it. Yeah, that's great, isn't it? And then these 2, like, I am a sucker for desaturated inks and I am obsessed with brown pens and brown inks recently. They're so comforting in ways that loud colors or even black and white, which is a bit too on the extremes. Yeah, I gravitate towards brown inks and pens. And then desaturated greens are my jam. Like, I love them so much. I'm not a fan of bright things, so. But it's surprising because Campfire Crackle is a bit bright. It's still a very legible orange. Like, it isn't too bright that it'll hurt your eyes when you write with it. And then everyone loves a teal, but I wanted something that was a bit darker and kind of resembled, like, these 2 go together. Because I can't believe that I haven't done this yet, but it's on my bucket list to go on a camping trip, like a legitimate camping trip, not glamping, not anything like that, but a camping trip with my friends. and then we're just gonna be in that cold weather and then listening to the campfire crackle and looking up at the stars. The only version of that I have experienced is in our games, because we play a bunch of D&D, and we play a game that my partner kind of designed on her own, inspired by D&D and Fate, which are both tabletop RPGs. But this one is called Karma. It has simplified rules, and we play almost weekly. And yeah, that's my only experience with like camping, because we play the sound effect of of a fire, and yeah, so we get lost in that world. But I do miss the real world and the bigness of it and the smallness of who you are when you're out there. So those are the 6 inks. They're available right now on Endless Pens. I do hope that you guys like them and that you enjoy them and that they bring you comfort. Also, Clem of Rants of the Archer on, I think it's Blogspot, but yeah, she was already able to create a more in-depth review of the inks. So if you're curious, you can also check that out. There you go. Enjoy.